Hello and happy, I was going to say happy Friday.
If only.
Happy Monday. Happy Cinco de Mayo. That was wishful thinking. I was already thinking about Friday. That's so weird. No, I'm happy. I'm excited about Monday. We've got a great hangout for you planned. YouTubers, thanks for joining us. We have two guests. Well, one for sure confirmed already. The second one we're awaiting confirmation. But yes, Lynn Rajskub is joining us. She's on the new edition of 24, Live Another Day. You know, 24 is back with Jack Bauer and Kiefer Sutherland. So Chloe, that's who she plays on 24. She has reprised her role, and so we'll get a chance to sit down with her, probably get a little bit more insight on what the new season has in store for us. And also Marlo Thomas is joining us. Marlo, that girl, as Tony says. I did not watch the show ever. I do remember like bits of it, but Marlo is married to one of our favorites, Phil Donahue. She's an actress, producer, writer, author, activist. You see her in commercials, that I know, like for the St. Jude, I think those commercials. The cancer, Children's Hospital. So anyway, joining us in the hangout this morning so far. Hey, Kempton, good morning. Nice of you to join us. We've got Nate, Hector, and Ayub, and Seher. Seher, I have not seen you for so long in the hangout. I would love it if you could join us one day. You could just put your photo up if you want. Seher, as I just said, I don't know if you, maybe we should respond to Seher. I don't know if she's watching, but Seher, we're going to hang out with Lynn, Chloe from 24, and also Marlo Thomas. Hopefully, we'll get that confirmation. Trav, I haven't seen you in a long time. Hello, how are you?
All right. Yeah, it's been a
I didn't see you all week last week. Are you okay?
Really? Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's because he wasn't here.
No, but was it that long? I bet it's been over a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you weren't here all week last week. I noticed.
You weren't here, Trev.
I noticed these things.
Sorry. Yeah, I know for the last half of the week. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I didn't see you last week. Maybe Monday. I'll give you that. Perhaps Monday. But,
Maybe.
Hello, Tony.
And I did try to get it on Friday, but it was full.
How are you?
Was it really? Was it
I'm
full?
good.
Seher, come in the hangout. I have to show you. You know, Stacy. We love our Stacy, who is in Wilmington, North Carolina, and she, has been working so hard for this competition that she's been.
Is she competing?
Yeah, she's competing for fitness. It's
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. But what is she? What is it? What?
Hang on, let me see if I can try to find it. But she posted an update of herself the other day.
Yeah.
Yesterday. So let me see if I can try to find it. Oh, is it gone? No, it can't be gone. Stacy, where is it? She posted it yesterday. She looked amazing. Did you guys see it? It is a picture of her in just her string, like the costume.
Posing outfit.
The costume.
Her posing
outfit.
attire. Yeah.
It looked ridiculous. I mean, wow, like it was crazy. So this is her squat challenge, but no, she posted a photo and it's gone.
Well, maybe she took it down.
Do you think she took it down?
Well, why else wouldn't it be there?
Oh, it was so awesome, and I was wondering if you guys had seen it. Stacy, if you're watching,
I don't know about you guys,
put it back. Anyway, I can't find it now. I should have captured it or shared it. But there. Well, no, it wasn't even this.
No, because that's not posing out.
That wasn't
attire.
her outfit. But look at her body. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Link.
Well, this is not the one that I was talking about. This is a different one. Here, let me just show you. I'll just share it, okay? Let me see. I'll do the screen share, which is right here. But it isn't the one. There's another one that she shared that's sort of like...
I haven't seen this one.
You haven't seen this one? But there's another one. It's amazing. Like, I was inspired for a minute to go to the gym. Well, you know me.
Awesome.
But I was like, oh my God. Wow. Anywho, I hope she comes to join us.
Come
Sahar,
on, Maria. To be fair, you're not so far off anyway. I know the only difference between you and her is that she
He
works
works
out
out.
and you don't. I mean, you've got the base. The base is bang on, but it's just
but I
yeah.
need to work out. I need to work out. Anyway, it's inspiring to get that fit and healthy. And Tony, you inspired me this morning because you had your protein breakfast.
Yes.
That was so good. Like, I'm going to start packing that. Hard-boiled eggs, some peanut butter, some grapes, and some cheese. Like, I want that.
I've actually.
Oh, an apple. Yeah.
See, I've just started. I mean, I was talking to Kempton about this as well. But this book, I've only just started reading it. The China Study. And
China Study.
it advises against
My medical doctor actually.
Against what?
A high protein diet. It says for obviously for bodybuilding and things like that, you kind of need high protein. But for longevity, high protein is not good. You should have a kind of a low protein or a plant-based protein diet.
You know, it's interesting that you should say that because on 60 Minutes last night, there was a story, and they did a long study on these 90-plus-year-olds who are living generally pretty healthy lives. Their facilities are all there mentally, I think even physically was what they were saying. And it's interesting to note some of these things that we think we should be doing versus what the study shows. And Tony, will you please elaborate?
What? It looks like he's about to say something.
What?
You're just sitting there, so I want you to.
I'm listening.
Just listen intently. Keep going.
But one couple things that I thought was interesting to note was
Drink.
that what
Drink.
Tony's going to start drinking. That these 90-year-olds would imbibe on not a lot. They weren't alcoholics. Like they would have a drink or two, daily.
Wine, I presume, though.
Wine. It could be
Any kind of
anything.
alcohol.
Wine,
Really?
a shot of whiskey.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
My grandfather, my great grandmother who lived, my great grandmother who lived to 100 or 90 something, would have 2 shots every night. Smoke a cigar. So it was about, what was the gist of it really? Is that the things we thought
Drinking, but they
wasn't
said
healthy.
exercise.
What?
They were exercisers.
They were active.
Yeah.
They were active
They were
people.
active. They were exercisers, either either in their daily lives or had some type of exercise program, but they were active.
And also too, high blood pressure, which I don't see.
That was very interesting.
That one was interesting, right?
That as you get older, somehow or another,
Hi, Shaka.
the evidence seemed to point to high blood pressure actually contributing to staving off dementia
In your older age.
in your older age.
Now,
That was very interesting. That I actually found to be the most interesting part of the study.
Me too, because that seems
Because
contrary.
that seemed counterintuitive.
Yeah. So isn't that interesting?
I don't know enough about dementia to. It does sound strange, but it's obviously some effect that it has in the brain.
It was a long study, so it has. I'm interested in investigating it a little bit more.
Okay,
here.
so yeah,
Marilyn's here. Okay, hang on, you guys. I mean, we'll pause on Tony, and then we'll come back. Yes, hi, Marilyn.
What happened to Tony?
How are you? I think we hung out once before. Yes,
in a while.
You look amazing.
You look
Love your
amazing.
hair. Yeah, we were sitting over there, I think, last time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Look, it's all coming back to
Who
you.
did your hair? That's so cute. Is
Brittany
she
Frederick.
here?
No, she's not here.
She's not here?
It's good, right?
Wow, that looks...
Well, because I had it cut for the show, and it's,
okay.
it's usually on the show is like crazy and like lots of stuff in it, and we add pieces so it looks like it hacked into my hair because I'm very angry. I'm in a bad place on the show.
Yes.
See how I put the show right in?
You're like
we're
from
just
the
talking about my hair.
get-go. From the get-go. You know what I
But
mean?
then when I've been doing press the past 4 days, and it kind of
it's
soft. Yeah, and I'm like, oh,
it's really, really
I could go with this hair.
Well, you remember, Marilyn, this is very casual, very informal, and we're hanging out with just a few friends. We just started, so let me quickly introduce you to you guys. Hey, good morning. If you're just joining us, YouTubers, Chloe is back. Marilyn Rajskub from 24. It's back. Can you believe it? Live Another
happening.
Day. I believe we were talking this maybe season 8. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Season 8. It's
That
nuts.
means I was here 4 years ago.
You grew up on the show.
Yeah.
It's like you were a kid. Ayub is joining
I'm a
us from
fully grown
England.
woman now.
Yes, yes, we can tell. Hector is in Orange County. I'm sorry, Hector, Inland Empire. Kempton is in Calgary, Canada.
Hi,
Reese
Marilyn.
is in Colorado. Trev is also in the UK, and we have some YouTubers watching us. So if you have a question for Marilyn, just put it in the comments box below. Now, do people call you Marilyn or Mary?
Mary Lynn.
Marilyn.
Yeah.
They go together. I like it.
My mom came up with that. you know?
Marilyn.
I can't.
No.
It's just my name.
No,
What am I gonna do?
No, you gotta embrace it. So before we go veering off, and also too, I know that you have to be on the set because we're talking to you before your on-set interview. Let's talk about 24 really quick. When they said to you, "Hey, we're coming back. We are living another day," what did you say? What was your first reaction to that?
I was in shock
You
because
were.
I had moved on with my life.
Yeah.
You know, it was 4 years. I think I spent
that
the first.
character you sort of said kind of goodbye to, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I spent the first 2 years thinking maybe there would be a movie because there was a lot of
Yes,
talk. There was
we
a
were
script
talking
for
about
that.
Mhm.
I'm sure we probably even talked about that last time I was here.
Oh,
People
not
were
sure. But they actually had a script for the film.
there was
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I
I
didn't
shouldn't
read
gone
it.
that
It was
far.
waved in front of me
Interesting.
told you're in this draft as of now. That's the
Wow.
thing with 24. You like never know if you're gonna die, but here I am, still here. And yeah, I was shocked. I couldn't believe that they were gonna bring it back. And then when I heard it was 12, it's like weird. And then I kind of warmed up to the idea.
Uh-huh.
It started to make a strange kind of a sense. And then they said, "Oh, we're filming in London."
Oh,
And
wow. That
even then, I thought, well, they're not going to take me to London. You know, in the past, it's been set in New York, and I was always indoors on the computer. And they would send a small
they
crew
filmed that here.
that filmed here, and
Yeah.
they would send a small crew and get the shots or scenes in New York that they needed. But they said, yeah, you're going to go for 6 months.
I remember 6 months. Wow, that's fun. I remember when you guys used to film next door. Or did you ever film 24 next door? I thought you did.
We were way in the valley.
I thought there was a moment where
There
24
there
was
could
filming.
have been. There
Yeah,
could have
yeah.
been. I'm trying to think of what that would be.
I was on
Like a
20
location
I was
over
on
there?
24 once or twice.
Were you a reporter?
Yes.
It all blurs together. What do you remember? What
I think it was season 1 or 2.
Oh, early on.
And like the world was gonna early on. Yes, early on.
And the world was going to end?
I don't know. Jack did something. It was like computer.
It's a surprise
yeah,
that the world was going to end in
Yeah.
24. And
Yeah.
wait, did Jack save the world?
You know, I think he
Did
did.
I help
that
him?
one. I think you did. Yeah, you were. I know that. I know you guys have some questions. Yeah, go ahead, Ayub.
Well, I was just wondering, from the promo pictures that I've seen, it seems like your character is getting much more into the action than in previous seasons. Was that a good thing? Is that what we're gonna see? Are we gonna see you taking out the bad guys alongside Jack?
Yes and no. I will tell you that it's actually tonight, so it's like I only have to hold in the
Yeah, I was gonna
spoilers for
say,
one more day.
You have to be very careful what
it's happening.
What you can say.
I will say when you first encounter me, it's very much it will not disappoint.
I feel like
I am not behind
they
a
should
computer.
Kidnap you or someone should like take your life and you're in danger and then you
Well, you might want to tune in there to the
Maybe.
first
Something
episode.
Yeah. Go ahead, Nate. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah, by the way, thanks. I think the 24 premiere tonight is what made it possible for me to wake up this morning. Anyway, so my question is, since it's only 12 episodes, does that mean
Me too,
it's
by
only...
the way. That's why I woke up this morning. Me too.
So does that mean it's only like half a day, or is it 2 hours condensed since it's only...
That's a good question. So if it's
Great
24,
question.
12 episodes.
Try not to think about it too much.
Yeah.
Your brain might. It's
Already has. You're getting the leftovers of the brain frying.
well, you know, when it ended before. Okay, they decided to do the 12 because they had a really good idea, and they're just fudging the time a little bit. When you watch the show, it feels very much like it did before. The pacing of it, the counting down moment by moment, it still will go for 24 hours, but like if someone's driving somewhere, they just skip ahead.
Yeah. Right.
But you know, I haven't seen the cut together shows, but when I read the scripts, it feels very much the same in terms of the pacing.
same
in the
intensity.
countdown.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Who else had a question?
Yeah, can I
Yes,
ask a question?
Captain, go ahead.
Yeah, Marilyn, can I ask you, what is it like, the difference working in the States versus working in London, England this time? Was the crew pretty much, you guys bring most of the
We
people
brought
from the
none
States,
of our
or?
crew.
Oh,
We
you
had
used a British crew.
British crew.
Those damn Brits taking our jobs.
They've been great. I mean, it's really one of the very first things I noticed was that it's freezing and raining,
Even in the summer, it's cold.
and
in
they are
London.
just out there in like barely no jackets, and they
Yeah.
just pull trash bags, and they're like, "Oh, let's keep going." But it, you know, it's,
Did you pick up an English accent while you were?
I don't think so.
Not like Madonna. Yeah.
No, I'm like
Madonna did.
I feel like a bad kid. Like I'm an American. I'm gonna get in trouble with the Queen Mom. I'm like, yeah, I'm
Right.
American.
Right.
What are you gonna do about it?
No.
It's been great to be there. There's so much history, and it really feels like it's in the center of the world, and certainly the politics of the show. And I think it's given a real edgy mood to it, you know.
That kind of gives me an indication that since you were there too, that you're going to be out and about more.
Well,
Chloe.
my character is anti-government, and she works for an organization called RedSec now. Because of where it left off at the end of season 8, and because of what she knew.
Yes. Okay. Oh, wow, you heard her.
Hi. But I work
Not that close.
too close. But I work for a Julian Assange type character, and so we leak government information. And I've also suffered a personal tragedy, so I just have like a big, and that's what takes me outside
Maryland's
of the
here.
United States.
We're talking about 24. No,
talking about
no
24.
spoilers, but it is tonight.
It's tonight.
Oh my gosh. Come join the conversation if you can. Okay, youtube.com/myfoxla. There she is. Look at her hair. Oh, that's me. That's right. Just go. Well, we'll still talk about the 24.
I didn't help you, did I? I was
let's
like
take
one
a-
big sidetrack, and you kept running the train.
Picture and calendar.
Calendar.
Picture, a calendar, make sure Marilyn's side.
Thank you. Oh, and
Don't forget the calendar.
our calendar
Was I
for
moving during the
I don't think so.
your kitten calendar?
Yeah.
Go to Mayo.
There it is.
Guess what they don't have in England? Cinco de Mayo.
They
Well,
don't,
we do.
they don't have
we
it.
call it the 5th of May.
American invention.
It is.
Did you guys see somewhere they had the running of the Chihuahuas?
It is an American
The corgis, the running of the corgis.
stopping by. And congratulations.
Cinco de Cuatro is why I woke up late
Yes,
this morning.
we did. Thank you. Oh my gosh. That's exciting. She seems really, really excited about the show that's coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear that little conversation between Haley and Josh? That's so funny. She was, no, I said I was the other executive producer. No, I'm the executive producer. No, I'm the other executive producer.
We didn't hear it because Hector didn't point it out.
Oh, I heard that. Anyway. Okay.
Good morning, Maria.
I think I've had a lot of caffeine today.
Are we muted?
No. Are
Mm-mm.
you muted? Am I
I
muted?
hope not.
Am
You're
I
not muted. We can hear you.
So,
Good.
anywho, Tony, as you were saying,
Just slide back over, Tony.
Who's the guy that looks like SpongeBob?
That is Sahar.
that's Sahar. Sahar,
Who's-
listen, I love having Sahar in the hangout, but hi, Sahar. Sahar can't, I understand, just, it's going to be her picture, and I told her to just put her picture up, which is fantastic. It's fine. Sahar, you're in Virginia? I can't remember. Virginia.
That's right.
See, and I haven't hung out with you for over a year, probably.
Gotten home?
Sahar, do you remember Sahar?
Hi, Tony.
Hi, Sahar.
So I'm glad to have a female perspective in the hangout this morning. Now, why am I trying to talk with an English accent?
It's because we do it better, Maria.
Better.
What exactly is it that you do better, Ayub?
Pull American women.
There is that, yes.
Funny, but you guys, we hung out with someone from England. When was it?
Ed Weeks.
Who was it?
Ed Weeks.
Yeah, Ed Weeks.
Ed Weeks? Yes.
Weeks.
And none of you
or
guys were
Weeks.
here. So we had a British person, and yeah, he was a good-looking guy, if I remember correctly. Tall. What show was he on?
Mindy Project.
The Mindy Project. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, was he more of a proper?
He's quite proper debonair type of English.
Right.
Unlike
Us two.
Tony.
Unlike us two.
Yeah,
common.
unlike us too, mate.
Anyway, hi Maria. Kevin Cavalia is oh, you just got here, Kevin. Well, listen, Marilyn was here, and now she's on the set promoting the show Live Another Day 24. So, will the show run for 2 hours on its comeback? You know, that's a good question. Usually, its season premieres are 2 hours. I don't know. I'm not sure if it is. We'll have to check their local listings about that.
I'm
so.
not
I'm
sure if it's
waiting.
going to be a season or it can be considered a mini-series.
It's still considered a season.
It's still going to be 12 episodes, so that's definitely a season.
That's
The
definitely,
miniseries is typically 6 episodes or less.
Right.
but even I would think 6 is still considered miniseries.
Well, six would be a season over here.
Yeah, in England. Yeah, you guys are a lot shorter.
Abby was a season. And
I'm gonna say like The Office, Red Dwarf. They're all like 6
Or
episodes.
Sherlock means like 3
Sherlock's
episodes,
3, yeah.
4 or something.
Well,
like that.
Sherlock is kind of 3 double-length episodes, though.
Yeah.
And each episode is an hour and a half, which works out to about 42 episodes of with commercials.
all kinds of formulas now, huh?
Yeah.
Did anyone else watch Game of Thrones besides me and Tony?
Yerp.
No spoilers.
Of
No,
course.
but
Tony claims he fell asleep, but he actually watched it through the end.
No, I didn't.
No, I meant to ask you guys, what time do you and Tony have to go to bed to keep from hating yourself in the morning? Because I only got 7 hours last night, and I'm a grumpy puppy today.
Oh, this is grumpy. You should see me when I'm happy.
7 hours. That's a lot of sleep for us.
7, I would die. I would love 7. 6 is a
And
typical good night for
Keep
me.
in mind, even if we're getting 6 or 7 hours of sleep, and by we I mean me and not Maria, because Maria gets up later. But
I get up at 3. Tony
Yeah.
gets up at
I get up
2?
at 2:15, 2:10.
Okay,
Oh.
we're splitting hairs here. I sleep 40 minutes
Uh,
longer than Tony.
Let me just tell you, that 40 minutes makes a big difference.
No, I hear you. Trust me. Trust. 5 minutes in the morning.
That time of morning is,
It's exponential.
it's exponential. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, an hour. Waking up at 3 is not like waking up at 4.
I
like
would
waking up at-
love to wake up at 4.
Waking up at 4 is not like waking up at 5.
Getting up at 5 is a dream.
I mean,
it's like a logarithmic clock basically. That's what it's saying.
I mean, getting up at 7 and getting up at 8, there's no difference. Getting up
Right.
at 8, getting up at 9, there's no difference. But when you get up at 2 and you get up at 3, there's a huge difference.
And
Yes.
getting up at 4 and getting up. Yeah.
So does that make bedtime like 9 or 10? Or do you stay...
7:30 for me. By the time I fall asleep, it's 8:30. You're in bed at 7, right?
I'm usually in bed
By
7 or before.
Yeah, the latest 7 is for Tony.
Oh, wow.
I never thought about it. So you guys, especially with Maria, like, do you eat? When do you eat dinner and stuff? Do you eat it with Gus and husband? No.
I eat at 5:30. I try to. 5
Like
o'clock.
the senior buffet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I do the
Eat
senior.
really early so that you can eat with kids. Yeah. Try.
But I don't understand getting 7 hours of sleep and being grumpy. That I have no way, Nate, of comprehending that.
Nate,
9 is my target goal.
golly.
Oh my God.
9. I don't even remember the last
I don't know
time.
what 9. I mean,
I don't remember the last time I had 9 hours of sleep.
I do know this.
That's heaven.
A lot of times what will happen with me on the weekends, especially, is I'll get up early because my body just wakes me up, like around 6ish or so.
That's sleeping in for us.
I'd have thought, the thing is though, Tony, with you being a bodybuilder, I'd have thought you would have wanted 12 hours.
12
12
hours.
hours?
Well, bodybuilders, you grow more when you sleep. That's the
What
thing.
is it?
So,
You do.
Well,
You're
yeah, but
right,
I'm not
you do.
that's not my
That
job
was her.
though, Trev.
That was his former self.
That's not my
Right.
job though.
no, but for the size of you, I mean, I'd have thought you'd have put, because you'd have, maybe you don't do it professionally, but you're that big. You're one of the big guys, aren't you? It's, it's like you take it seriously.
No, Tony is. I think Tony amassed that over the years.
Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
many years. I mean,
Yeah.
I've been doing it for.
For a long
I don't want to
time.
date myself, but I've been bodybuilding since
70.
No, I've been bodybuilding since 1983.
Right.
Did you ever enter a
31
contest?
years.
You never competed.
No.
Your friends do.
I've
friends
judged them.
You've been a judge, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. True. What do you look for as a judge?
What do I look for?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Tony, before you answer that, why didn't you compete? I mean,
I never had a desire to.
Okay.
It's too much work.
And you have to oil yourself up and all that kind of
It's
stuff.
too much work. It's a lot of discipline, and
You have to shave your whole
Quite frankly,
body.
The stage part?
quite frankly, I think that for a lot of people, depending upon what type of competition they are engaged in, I think it's the antithesis of healthy
It is.
living. I mean, they starve themselves. They drink no water.
They eat a lot of meat.
Um,
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. They shave themselves.
I mean, they by the time they are ready to walk out on stage, quite often they're existing on a tablespoon of water a day.
Jesus.
What
Just-
are you serious?
That's what I
Just to keep
Really?
just to keep that incredibly
Why water?
ripped. No, I mean they are not taking in any water because
Yeah,
they
that's
don't
what I
want
mean.
to.
I mean,
Why deprive yourself of water?
Because they don't
yeah,
want.
but Maria, you have you seen Stacy's diet for her preparations? I mean,
No.
it is very extreme diet. It's not the kind of thing you would have every day.
Really? That's why I can never
Wow.
have that body.
It's not considered.
Right back,
It's not
tell me.
considered. I mean, keep in mind that these guys are not remaining in that state all year long. They can't. It would kill them.
So if they had drank more water, what happened? Like they lose
Well,
the definition in muscle?
They're afraid that their bodies would retain that water and they wouldn't have that incredibly, unrealistically ripped look that they have on stage.
Wow.
Where you can see every sinew and every and every striation and every vein.
Nutty, yeah.
So in other words, you're trying to make beef jerky out of yourself, right? I mean, you're just trying to.
Now, what you want is zero body fat, so that the
plastic.
muscle definition shows.
Well,
Right.
No,
Well,
zero
yeah,
body
that's-
fat maybe okay, but water, like that's so
6% body fat. You can't get to zero.
And sometimes it can have
That's close to.
sometimes it can have fatal or certainly very dangerous consequences. I mean, there have been instances, and one very prominent, one that's very prominent in my mind, instance of a bodybuilder whose body literally froze on stage because he was completely dehydrated, and they actually had to carry him off like a statue. I mean, he almost died. I mean,
Wow.
So for those of us who eat, we should feel okay with the results.
Yes.
Nate, yes, you should feel okay that you have some meat on your bones.
Can I ask one more question? Like, follow up on Ayub's zero body fat point. So actually, zero body fat can be bad for someone too. I mean, we
Zero,
don't
there's no
necessarily have to have some fat in.
You can't have zero body fat.
Yeah, nobody has zero, but as close to as
As
possible.
close to, but still as close to is not good, right?
1%,
You need
1%,
something
2% body fat is not healthy. I'm sorry.
No, it definitely isn't.
It's 6%, isn't it? I mean, if you're talking about body fat of the whole body, because fat lines like your blood vessels and
Oh, yeah, it doesn't. I mean, there are things. People think of fat, and they think, oh, bad. And that's just not true. need fat to live.
You need it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you need it.
Yeah, you need it to retain nutrients long enough to use them. I mean,
Yep.
Well, there are a number of reasons why your body needs fat.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and you know, I mean, I don't want to get into, I mean, I don't know them all, but there's some that are just very, I mean, they're all, I mean, for your body to just even operate properly. I mean, in terms of movement and things. I mean, there's just all kinds of things that your body utilizes fat for, and you need it. And you know, it's you know, 1 or 2% body fat, which is why they don't maintain, you know, that type of body for a very long period of time. It's a very short period of time, but still, that being said, I mean, it's just not a, you know, it's very hard on your body what you do to get down to that.
You know, maybe I'm late to the party. There probably already is some sort of PSA like that to let people know that what, you know, medically speaking, is actually the healthiest is not what you'd think, because you look at some of these guys and you think, you know, like that dude on the bodybuilder on the Geico traffic stop, like happier than a bodybuilder directing traffic, and he's doing that thing. You think that's got to be like the healthiest specimen on earth. And
no, no way.
Probably, you know, medical doctors would be like, no. So that's interesting. I wonder what a real medical.
And there are other things that are going on there. I mean, you look at people like that who push the limits of human size, and who are ripped at a size that you know, the example that you just gave, Nate. They're also doing other things that are not very healthy.
Yeah.
And they have nothing to do with nutrition. I mean, you no matter how genetically gifted you are, it is just, you'd have to be. I mean, there's just a very few number of people who can go in and naturally achieve that type of size and level of body fat.
When you said there are very few people, do you think anybody can? You know, to like.
I'm just trying to. I'm trying not to be an absolutist here.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying not to be an absolutist, but really, I mean, if you are 5'7", 5'8", and you are competing on stage with a body weight of 240 pounds, 230, 240 pounds, with a body fat level of 1% or 2%, I'll leave it to you to figure out how he got there, or at least part of what he did to get there.
Yeah, if other people are doing it, well, everyone else is doing it. You kind of have to do it. It's not, you know, it's in order to keep up, you have to do it in the same way as, like I said, the diet is really unhealthy. Everyone else is doing it.
Well, and I can tell you from, you know, having, you know, I know some of these, you know, I've known some of these people in the past, and I mean, I know what they do, and I know the amounts in which they do it, and it's you know, it's you know,
yeah,
I mean,
so not to point the finger at anyone, but kind of hashtag just saying.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, what constitutes a, you know, a healthy lifestyle? I would say, no, don't get me wrong. There are people who are not bodybuilding ripped, but by normal people's standards are ripped, who are just, that's just how they are. I mean, you can find guys that are very lean and very well defined who are not doing any of that stuff. They are genetically gifted that way. Their metabolism is that way, and they eat. They watch what they eat. They exercise, but that's not the standard. I mean, even when you see people that way, that's not the standard you see on stage. I mean, those guys couldn't get on stage and win anything.
Of course not. It's kind of like making a almost like a racehorse out of yourself, and racehorses are miserable creatures.
Now,
I mean,
you're not
trying to look healthy, but
there are contests where athletes are, you know, what they call natural contests, where, you know, the athletes
like
are
bodybuilders and all that.
natural bodybuilding or physique contests or whatever. where people are not generally are purportedly drug free, and I'm sure many of them are. But even with those contests, if they, even though they may not be engaged in that kind of behavior, they're still putting their bodies through extremes in order to get themselves to a certain point.
Absolutely.
But
You know what?
but in their defense, other people will say, well, what's the difference between that and an Olympian?
But if they were built like that and they just stopped working out cold turkey, they would be just so wasted away. I mean, they would have fat hanging off of them, and they would have no energy at all. I mean, their metabolism would just go, and they would be miserable.
While we're kind of on the subject, have you guys heard of that? It was on a dog show. I think it was on a Caesar show or something. About the muscle dog, the whippet that's like genetically
I shared that.
had like double muscle. Have you guys heard about that?
No.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but I saw a picture which I shared, which I thought was funny, and it says, "Bro, do you even fetch?" over that picture, and I thought that was really funny. But I don't know anything about the dog.
Oh, yeah. So apparently it was born like this. It had a genetic mutation where it had double the muscle. So yeah.
So a dog on steroids.
There's a breed of cow, isn't there, like that?
Yeah, I just saw the picture of a cow when I was looking for that picture. Yeah, it's crazy.
But that's an actual, I don't think it's a defect in the cow. That is the breed. I think. I might be wrong.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you can get it, people can get it as well. There's a boy that's got it. I say he's a boy, he's probably a man now, but when I first heard about him, he was maybe 12 years old, and his body, it doesn't work out or anything. He just, that's how he looks. It's massive arms on him, this kid. I can't remember what it's called.
Photoshop.
Anyway.
My guess is the healthiest way to live is to find the level at which your body is at what you would consider to be, or for you, a healthy weight, and maintaining that weight, and just doing and maintaining a fairly active lifestyle, and eating, because if you look at a lot of the scientific studies that have been done, what you'll find is that there's a constancy that is there that tends to work better. This up and down stuff is not doing your bodies any favor.
No, it's like I said, it's a stay active and keep a trim waist. That if you just do those two, then you're probably.
And there have been all kinds of studies. I mean, there have been studies that and I'm not sure how, I don't know how, how accurate they are, but I mean, there have been some studies that have said that males who actually have a little body fat around their waist, not a large amount, but that they're actually healthier. I mean,
Well, it's the waist hip ratio, isn't it? It would depend how big the hips are, I guess, for how much body fat. Because if it's too much of a, if
right.
it's too, like an hourglass, then I suppose that would be unhealthy for a man.
And I think really when it comes right down to it, I mean, I could be wrong about this, but I think that you can come up with certain standards for what people would want to say that people could use for promoting for having living healthy lives and having healthy bodies. But the fact of the matter is, a lot of it's very individual based.
All of it is, yeah. That's the thing. There's all these diets. They're all very very general, but at the end of the day, every single person is different, and something's going to work differently for everybody.
You have a different genetic code.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So does this mean you should seek out your own dietitian, or just
well,
try
I don't think. I'm not even sure the technology is there to do it. Well, on a mass scale anyway, you can probably. I mean, if you're going to spend millions, you probably could, but you'd have to get your genome looked at and everything, and it'd be a massive study.
Yeah, and I think you can do a lot of reading and stuff, Trev, and I think you can come up with all sorts of things. But don't you think that at the end of the day, people know if just intuitively, instinctively, if what they're doing is productive or not productive to their bodies.
That's it. You know yourself, don't you? You know your own body, and yeah.
I mean,
back in high school, I was unhealthily skinny. I mean, I went to my school's gym and had them measure my body fat, and I was about 3.5%. But I was working out, and my diet was largely Hot Pockets. Like, I would have a Hot Pocket for breakfast and then work out, and I was completely wasted away. I mean, my ribs weren't showing or anything like that, but I was dangerously
What's a Hot Pocket?
A Hot Pocket is an enclosed sandwich. Like, you microwave it, and it's in a foil state.
A microwave pasty, mate.
Right, okay. Got you. Against us, got you.
I don't know what the British word is for it.
You can almost put it in the category
usually
of food.
flatter and sandwich shaped as opposed to the prettier pasties that we get.
Yeah. It's like a sandwich enclosed in a crust that you microwave.
It's a thing like that that's like 600 fat calories.
Well, that's what I'm about to say. I mean, if it's a sandwich type thing, and you were skinny. I mean, the thing is, you can't. Well, a lot of people think they can eat whatever they want and then train it off. You can't train it. It doesn't work that way. It's like if you're eating bad food and you're training 3 hours a day, you're still going to be fat. You know, if you eat a KFC for every meal and train your ass off, you'll still be fat because it's not.
Or if it doesn't show, it doesn't mean your arteries are healthy.
Well, yeah, there you go. I mean, yeah, the fat on your stomach is not the problem. It's your organ fat, fat on your liver and that kind of thing. That's the problem. So if outwardly you don't show it, but inwardly you could be not just unhealthy.
But again, a lot of it just. I mean, I look at my grandmother, my maternal grandmother. I mean, she lived to be 92. She smoked like a chimney. From the time she was probably 3 years old. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but not by much. Yeah. And she did everything she felt she was old enough to do. She ate anything she wanted to eat, and she never went to the hospital for anything until she was in her 80s.
Was she active then?
Huh?
Was she active?
Well, she wasn't that active. I mean, I guess she was active, but she didn't drive, so I guess she was. She didn't know how to drive, so she walked, and anywhere she had to go, she walked to the bus stop and that kind of thing. But I think that a lot of that was genetics. I mean, she lived to be 92. Her mother, who before her, she died at 96. Her oldest brother, my great uncle, he died at 108.
Yeah, he's gonna live forever.
Well, keep in mind, that's only half the picture. That's my mother's side of the family. My father's side of the family, interestingly enough, the men in his family never, and I think they were fairly healthy. None of them, with the exception of my father, he broke the cycle, none of them lived out of their 50s.
Wow.
None of them. Not a single one. My father broke the cycle. He lived to be 85.
There's too much diabetes and cancer in my family, so I'll probably have one or both of those things.
Now, Nick, you're
completely out of control.
Having met you, I know that you can't be described at all as being overweight. I mean, you're on the thin side.
No.
You're on the thin side. But do you know of any health problems that you have?
No, not really. But gaining weight is a huge obstacle for me. I cannot really do it. I mean, I eat really well. 3 square meals a day, and I don't gain weight. I just have a hypermetabolism for right now.
And we all hate you for it.
But the thing is, it could catch up with you.
Wait till the years get to you, Nick. Yeah. Age will solve that problem for you.
I'm sure it will, but I don't think I've ever weighed above 160.
Well, I don't know.
And that was when I was down with a broken leg. So
I don't know. I have a friend who I worked with him when I was in Sacramento, and that he was probably, when I met him, in his late 20s, maybe early 30s. he was like you, Nick, and
Yeah.
now he's got to be in his 60s, and he's still the same. No weight on him.
See, if I could consistently be 150 pounds, I would be happy, but I can't do it. I can't seem to do it.
You feel
I
tall,
get
right?
the-
I mean, 150 at 6'1" or something?
I'm 6 foot tall.
6 foot? That's not a
pretty thin.
lot. Yeah.
That's pretty thin, yeah.
Yeah. Given your height, man. Yeah.
What did you say you were? One what?
What?
What are you now? What do you weigh now?
About 135.
Wow.
You weigh 135?
130.
That's
Yeah.
very thin. At
Yeah.
What did you weigh when you came here?
Wow.
About the same. I haven't changed weight since then.
Okay, because you were pretty thin. In fact, I was surprised at how, because you don't look that thin. Just looking, all I see is your face, of course. But
A lot of my bones are thinner than they should be too. Like my wrist and ankles are thinner than they should be.
yeah. Now, Trev, you lost a lot of weight, right? I mean,
Well,
No.
I'm 5'9"-ish, just under 5'9", and I did weigh 220, which is fat.
and now what do you weigh?
Now I'm 185.
Now, I remember when you lost all of that weight. Have you maintained the weight that the weight
I
loss?
mean, I sort of yo-yo about 10 pounds in and out, just up and down there. So I'm happy with that. I'd like to lose another 10 actually. I'd like to be 175. Maybe even 165 just for the summer. But yeah, just.
All right.
But I'm quite heavy. I'm quite heavy anyway. I'm just, I'm big
you
boned.
have big bones.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you have a big frame. All right, expose yourself, Nate, and I don't mean that literally.
Wait, what? I was mildly multitasking. What are we talking about? Weight, height?
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot, 188 pounds on a good day.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that weight? That's a great weight.
Yeah, that's on a good day.
On a bad day, what are you?
On a bad day, +5.
That's still not a bad
No,
weight
it's
for your height.
Yeah, not bad. Very good.
No, it's perfectly fine. That's right, Kempton. Spill it.
195 or something like that, and I'm just 5'9", so yeah, I'm overweight.
What's going on there, Kempton?
Yeah. No exercise.
I got the flu last year, and for 6 months I was down to 170, which was weird because since high school, this is pretty much the weight I've been since high school.
Yeah.
And that was 20 years ago. But I got sick last year, and for 6 months I was 170, and as it slowly started going up, but I felt really good, 170, 180. I'm like, man, I can move, I can bend over, better, quicker, more flexible. I'm like, this is nice. But then slowly I started catching back up. I'm like, screw it all.
Well, because the fact of the matter is, 6 feet tall on you is different than 6 feet tall on Nick, which is different than 6 feet tall on someone else. It really kind of depends on, again, your body and you know what feels best for you. I'm at 250 pounds. I'm 6'1", and I like to stay somewhere between 245 and 250. But I'm a big guy.
Did you lost then? Because you were 260, weren't you, not so long ago?
Oh, I was 260, and at my heaviest I was 285.
Wow. Is that through exercise or through lack of exercise?
Yeah, a lot of it was from exercise, but I had a higher level of body fat too.
Oh, okay. Right.
At the time, so I went from my highest. I think I was when I was 285. My waist was probably 40.
Right. Okay.
But I was a big guy, so it didn't it didn't look 40. Now at between 245 and 250, my waist size is down to 35, which is,
That's good.
Yeah, I'm fine with it there. So but it varies. It varies from person to person.
Yeah, I'm down to a 32, back down to a 32 waist, and I haven't. I bought my first pair of 32 jeans in about 10 years, a few weeks ago, and a few months ago, actually now, and I was so happy again. I've never been a 30, and that's what I'm aiming for now. I just want to Another 10 pounds maybe.
And the other thing that people have to take into consideration is your body changes over the years. I mean, you're not going. I mean, there is no way in the world, no matter what I did, that I could ever get back to my high school weight, even if I wanted to. I mean, when I was as tall as I am now when I graduated high school as a senior, but I weighed probably 150 pounds.
150, Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah. There's no way I could get back to that, nor would I want to. But I mean, even if I wanted to, it just wouldn't happen. My body's just not the same as it was when I was 18 years old. 17.
No, I mean you've grown into it, haven't you? Like you've been bodybuilding for that long, but your frame has grown to it.
Your bones continue to grow. I mean, other things continue to happen. You just don't have the same structure. You don't have the same physical structure at 17 that you have at 25.
Yeah.
Typically. I mean,
I think I was probably in high school before I was over 100 pounds, so I've been slow to gain weight.
I think I was born at 100 pounds. I've never been below it. I haven't really, Nick.
I was about to say I feel sorry for your mum, mate.
What's that?
I was about to say I feel sorry for your mum.
Well, yeah. I said that Nick's face. Just, I don't know what I weighed when I was born. But,
yeah, it's. I think one of the things I think that people should try their best to be as healthy as they can, but I don't think people should obsess about how someone else looks. I think that's very unhealthy.
Yeah, we shouldn't obsess, but we should compare.
Well, but you should strive to be as healthy as you can be.
As you can be. Yeah. And it's not just a fixed weight or something, right?
It isn't.
You feel healthy. I mean, can you bend? I mean, are you flexible?
And a lot of that will actually have to do with not only what you're putting in your body and your genetic composition, but will have to do with whether or not you're active.
Look.
Maria.
Maria.
You see Maria behind you.
Tony, we missed you. Do I stink? I smell like.
You smell like food.
I smell like barbecue.
Where's the flower, the one that you had on your hair?
Outdoor segment?
Outside, yeah, we were outside. That's the
You
thing,
really smell like
I
food.
really smell, right? I smell like barbecue chicken.
Yeah, and then Steve was holding the head of the dead pig. Ugh.
What?
Why? It wasn't just
Barbecue pig or something?
It was a cooked pig, Hector. It wasn't just a dead pig.
Yeah, no. Big difference.
It always kind of freaks me out a little bit. It always kind of freaks me out a little bit anytime I see something dead that still has its head.
Yeah.
As Chinese, I mean, almost everything has a head on it. and we want to see that thing being killed right in front of us.
But I gotta tell you, it freaks me out a little bit.
That's hard sometimes, like fish head.
Running around chicken, I want that one.
It just kind of freaks me out a little bit.
So was it some other kind of barbecue, or was it like lechon, or?
It was. Oh, Nate. See,
Filipino wife.
Filipino. Yeah, it was not lechon, but it looked like lechon kawale. It was the Mexican-style pig, barbecue pig on a stick.
Is Nate Filipino?
His wife is Filipino.
Oh, your wife is Filipino. Okay.
Isn't that great?
I was gonna say he didn't look very Filipino to me.
All kinds of Filipinos.
I know they're probably black Filipinos too.
I was just gonna say.
Jeez, Tony.
You, Tony. With they're down in the south. We call them.
How do you guys treat those Filipinos?
They're scary.
So, Tony, just like everywhere else, you cross the road when you see one,
Well, they're down south, and they're called the Igorots, I believe, and they're scary. They will kill you. Now I'm going to get all kinds of hate mail.
You are.
You are. Yes.
Okay, so I fibbed. I thought Marlo Thomas was going to come join us, but she's not going to join us.
Oh no.
Well, no, we just ran out of time. I rolled the dice, and they said, well, she's going on at a certain time, and I go, okay, well then we won't, because I knew that you guys were having fun with Tony, talking about fitness and all that kind of good stuff. What else? What else we were?
That's pretty much what we were talking about, and how it's really an individual thing.
Okay. Does anyone else have something to talk about? Like something breaking, pressing news? What's
I've got
happening?
something breaking.
Oh, do tell.
Daniella's just got engaged. She's just put a post on Google Plus.
She's engaged, Daniela?
Just and it's really sweet as well how they've done it.
No.
A fiance because they play Ingress, and a fiance had arranged with a lot of Ingress players in the area to capture the portals so that it made the shape of a ring on the map on the
I
phone.
didn't understand a word you just said. Hold on.
Would you like me
Hold
to
on.
translate?
Yeah, please. Thank you. Sorry, Trev.
Oh. Yeah, go to Daniel.
I'm gonna tag you in the thing.
Okay, wait, hold on. What did he say, Tony?
Here's the page, and you see what Trev meant
Here it is. I
in one
see
of the
it.
photo.
Oh, look. We should. Yeah, we
Aw.
haven't hung out with her in so long. I love her. She's great. She contributed a lot to our hangouts too.
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. What great
Yeah,
news.
that's wonderful, sweet.
Where are they?
It looks like East Coast. Where is that? Because she was living in Portland, was she not?
Yeah.
Living. Can't remember now. Yeah, Portland. Oh, this is on a community site. I can't do it. Operation Proposal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Ingress. That's what I heard you say. Ingress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game.
Okay, I get it. I'm not part of that community, so I have to post on a different one.
I'm gonna have to go in and start reading my script with him.
All right, Tony. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, see you later.
Seeing you, Tony.
I feel like my thing is locked. Let me get out of that window. It's locked on
Break the
Trev.
code. Yeah.
Why? My window is locked on Trev.
Has it been me the whole time?
Unlock it, Trev. Unlock it.
Yeah, we've been looking at your ear, mate.
It's just it let me unlock it now. But
That's some good ears, haven't
anyway,
If
okay,
you
well,
say so.
that's all we have for today as far as guests, celebrity guests. So, YouTubers, thanks for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow. So don't forget to come join us again, starting at 8:30 promptly. I don't know who we have as guests for tomorrow, but it'll be someone good. I have no doubt. We'll see you
It'll
then.
be
Bye, YouTubers.
Bye.
Bye.